You care what people think. You probably wish you did not. You have told yourself it does not matter, that their opinion is not your reality, that you should just be yourself. And then you walk into a room and immediately start scanning for how you are being received. This is not a character flaw. It is one of the most fundamental human drives that exists. The need for social approval is wired into us at a biological level. For most of human history, being rejected by the group meant death. The anxiety you feel when someone disapproves of you is not irrational, it is ancient. But it can become a cage. When the need for approval runs your life, you start editing yourself so heavily that you lose track of what you actually think, want, or believe. You say what rooms want to hear. You avoid positions that might make people uncomfortable. You perform a version of yourself that has been optimized for acceptance rather than truth. And then you wonder why you feel hollow. Why your relationships feel shallow. Why you are surrounded by people who like you and still feel alone. The Lubavitcher Rebbe looked at this problem directly. He said, a person who lives for the approval of others has made other people's opinions into their authority. And that authority is inconsistent, arbitrary, and impossible to fully satisfy. Someone will always disapprove. The most admired people in history had enemies. The kindest people you know have critics. The quest for universal approval is not just difficult, it is a category error. The Rebbe taught that there is only one authority that never changes, the standard you hold yourself to internally. Your own sense of whether you are acting with integrity. Whether you are being honest. Whether your choices reflect what you actually believe. When that internal compass is functioning, the need for external approval becomes something you can feel without being controlled by. You can register that someone disapproves without it destroying you. You can hear criticism without collapsing. You can be disliked by some people and be okay. This does not mean you become indifferent to others. The Rebbe was deeply attentive to the people around him. But his attentiveness came from genuine care, not from the need to manage their perception of him. That distinction makes all the difference. The people who are genuinely at peace with who they are, not arrogant, not defensive, just grounded, are magnetic in a way that the approval seekers never manage to be. Because what we are most drawn to in another person is not their performance. It is their realness. You already know this. You know the difference between someone who is trying to impress you and someone who is simply being themselves. Be the second person. Not for strategic reasons. Because it is the only way to actually be present in your own life. The approval you are looking for from everyone else is available from one source that actually counts. You.